Hi everyone, and welcome to another Try Forex Power Hour. I'm Marcello, and today is May 21st, 2014. I'm going to do today what I've done for years, which is an analysis of the markets and evaluation of our strategies, our biases, which are based upon the 5 p.m. Eastern Time close of our daily bars. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to talk about how it works, then we're going to get into our daily market analysis, and if there are any biases that have been of note here, we will bring them up. When I say biases, I mean previous biases in the previous sessions. So our formula for success is at 5 p.m. we do our market analysis to determine our bias. Each night we either take a set and forget it trade to execute that bias, or we day trade in the direction of our bias using our pods. If you don't know what a pod is, you should be at tryforex.com. We have a free day trading course there. We also have a day trading room on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1 to 3 a.m. Eastern Time, and then again at 8 to 10 a.m. Eastern Time to cover both the European and the New York markets. So having said that, let's go ahead and take a look at the charts quickly. By the way, if you have been trading with FXDD, they probably transferred your accounts over to FXCM if you're in the United States. That's exactly what happened to us. So what's going to happen here, basically, if you haven't dealt with it already, is that you probably have an email giving you the details for your accounts. You should be able to type in your details, new login, new password. Your current FXDD account will no longer work, and you should be able to access and change your password at myfxcm.com, and you should be able to also access your account through that FXCM platform at this point. Okay, so let's talk about the euro dollar. I called consolidation yesterday, and that's exactly what we had. Basically, price really just cut right through areas of support, got down to other areas of support, which should be our trend line. This is a long-standing trend line at 136.50, 1.3650 on the euro dollar, and bounced right up off of that. So that was a good place for us to get in. If you took a trade, if you have taken the trade here at the middle Bollinger here band, at 80 Bollinger band, you would have probably had taken a loss there. You would have had another opportunity right here at the trend line, and at that trend line was where you would probably have had success. That's 136.50. Price went down to 136.34. A simple 20 pip stop loss would have kept you in, and there was tremendous potential for the upside here as we ended up closing at 136.85. So, I mean, there was about 50 pips in there that you could have gotten as the day moved forward. We actually came very close to the 200 MA actually on this FXDD. The 200 MA is actually touching with a direct touch off of that low here from on the euro dollar. Sorry. All right, so guys, that's it. I'm calling consolidation again. So if price comes down to support, we're going to take a buy. If price goes up to resistance, we're going to take a sell, and that is pretty much it. It's consolidation bias, and clearly it's consolidation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bars that have closed within each other. There's no real movement. It's all been consolidation. Okay, dollar Swiss, I'm sure it will be the same. And there you have it, very same thing here. And on the dollar Swiss, this is the area of resistance to consider at 89.50. You can see price actually broke through it, going to 89.64, just 14 pips above, and coming right back into the area of consolidation. So we're calling consolidation bias once again. Okay. Oops. It's not going to work. And I'm going to keep this in mind to see if price actually does bounce off this trend line at 8,900 in that vicinity, just in case there's an opportunity there at 8,950 or 8,900. So I'm keeping this trend line. It's not technically a trend line. It's a short-term trend line that actually may pay out on a day like tomorrow. All right, so pound dollar. So actually my other calls worked out well. Consolidation bias with a sell bias, if you will, sell tendency. Dollar Swiss was a consolidation bias with a buy tendency, and we had both of those occur. The pound dollar, not so much. I was looking for consolidation for price to come back down. That seemed like it was a sure thing for me, as sure as you can have in this market, and nothing sure in this market. And so that's what the conclusion that we come to repeatedly. So where are we here? So price, instead of selling off here, it actually bought. So we saw a buy here. We're getting right back to those levels again. I'm still calling consolidation here on this pound dollar. Not convinced of a buy trend, if you will. And so we're going to look for a sell probably off of these levels on the pound dollar. So that's what I've got there, and I'm looking to maintain a consolidation as far as the pound dollar is concerned. Dollar yen, same thing. We're looking for consolidation. We did get it. Price closed within each other again, coming down to areas of support. This area of support, obviously the 200 EMA, coming right down to it within 2 pips of it. Price went to 100.81. The 200 EMA was at 100.79. So within 2 pips of that low, and price really did bounce upward. Okay, so we are looking for an up move, if you will. Actually, we're going to play consolidation again. So if price comes back up to 101.64, we're going to get it into a sell. Okay, and vice versa. Consolidation bias there. Same thing that we called here on the pound yen consolidation. You can see that there was consolidation. We do have a close above this 50 EMA, though. We could see price come up to an area of support and bounce down off of that from 172.28. Look for a sell. I'm still calling consolidation here on the pound yen as well. That's the easiest call there. Actually, was that the one? Yeah, it was consolidation bias. Dollar CAD, I had a buy bias here, and you can see that price did move up here on the dollar CAD. My overall bias here on the dollar CAD is a buy, by the way. So I did think that price could come back down, test, and move up. And we've had price just moving up here. So I do think that we have an opportunity. It's consolidation here, guys. So we can see, I think, price come down and really look to test that 108.66 area again, and consolidation, and then potentially bounce off it and move up. Euro yen has been a sell, and we did have a sell off. Now we're down to the lower Bollinger, giving us yet another reversal candle, and we can look to see price perhaps move back up. So it's at the bottom of its, what seems like over the last 3 bars, 1, 2, 3 bars consolidation. So I'm going to be looking for price to move off of those consolidation ranges. New Zealand dollar, interesting. Price came down, formed a doji, and it looks like it's bouncing right off that trend line that we had drawn quite a bit ago. My overall tendency toward for the New Zealand dollar, I believe, long term was a sell, and if that comes to pass, it's going to be tremendous opportunity for traders who are trading in the New Zealand dollar. What I would say here is that it does look like a buy. I mean, actually, there's a doji here. It's bouncing right off of that trend line. It does look like it wants to move to the upside. You know, we could see a buy movement off this trend line to the upside, and I think that's probably a good bet to make as far as that's concerned. I think that trend line is stronger than the 50 MA, but we'll see. Price could probably just skim right through it and really test that middle Bollinger Band as well. So I'm going to go ahead and call a buy off that trend line, and we'll see where price goes after that. Aussie dollar, same exact thing. We got to bounce right off of that 9,200 area, and that's exactly what I said would happen. Sell off down to the 9,200, and right now it looks like it wants to test that area again. So what am I going to say about this? You know, and actually now we do have areas of support and resistance. Nice resistance point here. Beautiful. Perfect, actually. All right, so now we've got another apex formed here on the Aussie dollar. And we can look for price to come down perhaps to the low of 91.73 and bounce right back up here to 93.77. We're kind of getting close to the apex here, so we've got that we're looking for price to move into that apex and we move forward from there. So we've got a pennant formed, another flag formation, and it's called consolidation or contraction and consolidation, and we're going to be looking for price to move off those levels. So I guess it's going to be a play off of consolidation bias for the big play. We do have a 250 EMA above us. That's what makes this a difficult call. Based on the numbers of the 250 EMA being above it, we should sell off of this Aussie dollar and at least retest the 9200 area. So I guess that's what I have to call there for that. That's pretty much it, guys. Thanks very much for your time. I guess I'll see you tomorrow, see how all this played out in another edition of the Tribe Forex Power Hour. All the best. Bye-bye.